Welcome back. Big head. Welcome back to Roby D's Garage. Today I am doing a valve job, or what you would call lapping the valves. I've got a new little tool here. Took all my valves out with that. The other one I had, I managed to ruin. I don't know if it was my own fault. Probably was. It's how things usually work for me. I don't know how to work tool properly. I had this handy dandy little valve tool. It was, not only was it awkward, but this little screw here stripped out and it didn't hold this pin. It's really kind of a rinky-dink spring compressor. You know, that's what you get when you buy this Amazon stuff that comes from overseas and other countries we don't want to mention, China. So things aren't built to last there. Things aren't built to last here either anymore, but it is what it is. So I'm going to do a short video, show you how I do a little lapping on the valves. Like I said, I already pulled them out. So I'm just going to do a little wipe down. Try to clean off the seats the best I can, and then I'll start with the valves. I'll do a few of them. I'm not gonna record the whole thing. This is a bottle of brake parts cleaner that I had used to clean something. Oh, I was cleaning carburetors with it, and I had them sitting on little TV trays, and I was using, you know, this kind of brake parts cleaner and dousing them down with it and just letting the fluid flow into the tray, one of these. Then I was dumping it into this bottle. I figured, why let it all evaporate? This crap's expensive as all get out. And if I can use it from the bottle later on to do a little bit of cleanup on some greasy stuff, why not? I mean, it's a pretty expensive product if you got to use it all the time. And if you're like me, you got to use it all the time, because I don't get squeaky clean stuff. All my stuff is old and dirty and always needs to be cleaned up. Plus, this is a good idea to clean this all up anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe these seats down real good. Make sure there's not any real big debris on them. I already lapped in the one head, so I'm going to try this side. I bought these heads about 3 years ago off a guy. He had them sitting in his bedroom closet of all places. They're 587 small block heads. They don't have the 202 valves in them. They only have the 1.88 valves. So I got to worry about not having the bigger valve, but at least I can clean them up. He said they were good to go, that somebody had already gone through them. He had them sitting in his closet for a few years himself. He never got around to working on them. They don't look bad at all, really. I think they just kind of got a little cruddy from sitting for so many years. But you can see the seat looks pretty. I think it's just like the stuff is older, so there's no 3-angle valve job on them or anything. It's just a flat surface. But for the build I'm gonna do for now, I think I'm gonna go with it and see how they work, and see if they work. If this helps them. Well, I won't know if they help them. I've never used them, but I'm gonna do a little lapping and see what happens. I'm putting on some valve lapping compound right now, and I'll give it a go. Not a professional here, obviously, but we'll see what happens. I know you just kind of slide them in and wrap them in until they start getting quiet. You stop hearing that heavy grind. which is, I don't know, because I can't hear crap and I'm not sure what I'm listening for, but I'm not going to go crazy. They say don't get too nuts with it. Just enough to clean them off. Like I said, these valves didn't look too bad in the first place. So we'll see what happens. This is what I've been doing. I did this on the other head. Do a little lapping, do a little cleanup, wipe them all down. I'm gonna, once I get all the lapping done, I'm gonna take these heads up to the car wash and power wash crap out of them. You can see there's a little fine line in there. I guess that's what I need. I'll find out soon enough when I put this engine together. I'm just going to wipe off the grit. Make sure that's out of there. Good. Throw that rag out. Set this valve in. Get another fresh rag. Make sure it's all cleaned up. Yeah, you don't want to stick the valves back down the valve guides in case you got any of that grit on there. You don't want that being all jacked up. So, okay, so this is cylinder 1, valve number 1. See, it's kind of a little older and crusty. So I'll wipe it off. I mean, they still look clean, but this might just be a redundant thing that I'm doing. It might not. I don't know. Well, I don't think I'm hurting anything. If I am, well, you live and learn, right? So a little more lapping compound. I like to kind of do this, stick it to the lapping tool first instead of trying to press down on it while it's sitting there, pushing those little grains into the seat. See how it got loud, and as you go it quiets up. I think that's all you need to do for a good cut. So I'll give it a little wipe. Give it a little shot with brake cleaner. The valve, that is. Looks a little better. Set that one up. Wipe out the seat. Use a little of my recycled brake parts cleaner. And I'll continue on. Throw that rag out, contamination. All right, so I'll work the other 3 cylinders and we will take these heads up to clean them all up, power wash them. I'm hoping for some warmer weather. Today's the first 50-degree day we've had, it seems like, in a while, and it's not pouring down rain. So I don't have all day. I work evenings, so I will get these power washed, get them cleaned out. I'm still deciding whether or not I want to hit these ports a little bit, these bowls a little bit with grinder and smooth them out a little. They don't look too bad. They're pretty clean inside. I mean, you can't see anything obviously, but they're a lot cleaner, other than the fact that they're, you know, the regular machine thing. There might be a couple little ridges in them in the intake ports that I might be able to clean up a little bit. Maybe get that high side down on the top side there, and then I'll put them all back together. Well, I'll paint them first, and then I'll put them back together. Engine's going to be orange. So, all right, thanks for watching. I'll get back to you when it's done.